So yesterday we have seen loops. In that we have started the while loop. So while loop in the sense, first we do the initialization, then we check the condition. If the condition is true, it will execute the statements. If the condition is false, then it will come out. So until unless the condition is false, the loop will repeat a number of times. So let's write a program for that. What's my requirement is, I'll take an n value, which is 5. So my requirement is, if n value is anything, I need to print from 1 to that particular n value. Okay. So if n is 10, from 1 to 10 it has to print. If n is 17, from 1 to 17 it has to print. Apart from printing, 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. And 10 plus 5 is 15. So what is that sum? Sum is 50. This is the requirement for which we need to write the program. Okay. So first, what are the values we need to take? Like int n is 5, I is 1, because from 1 we have to print, and some I'll take it as 0 because initially some value should be given, right, for local variable. That's the reason we have taken. Now tell me what is the logic we have to write. For a given requirement, what will be the condition?
I is less than or equal to n.
Yeah, I is less than or equal to 10. Okay. Next, after that, I need to print this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I plus plus.
Then like we will print I and then I plus plus.
Plus plus, yeah.
Yeah, first we need to print I and then the I plus plus, right? So,
Because sorry.
yeah. So now I need sum equals to 50, means we need to add 1 to 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. That result is getting added with the next value of I. 3 plus 3, 6. The result is getting added with the next value of I. 6 plus 4, 10. 10 plus 5, 50. So what will be the sum logic then?
I plus.
I think some plus
Bonus.
number.
I plus plus.
Some is equal to I mean some is equal to some plus number.
Plus what?
So
See, apart from this, what we can do is, I have marks. What are the marks? Some 456. I need to add the 10 marks to it, 10 bonus marks. So bonus is what? 10. What is the logic we have to write to add that marks as 10?
marks plus bonus.
Marks, yeah.
But where it has stored?
In marks.
Yes. This is very important. That result is being used again in the calculation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Salary is there, some 20,000 is there. Some increment happened. How much increment? Some 10,000. So what will be the logic?
Salary is equal to salary plus increment.
salary plus increment. Why we are using again the salary?
Because it's stored in salary.
Yes. So that value what we are using, we added with that incremented value and stored in the salary itself. So again, that result variable is being used in the calculation, right?
Yeah.
So now sum is there, like 0 plus 1. 0 is sum, 0 plus 1 is how much,
1.
One.
right? So sum value is 1. So what I have to do, 1 plus,
1 plus 2.
then 3 plus 3,
3.
then 6 plus 4, 10 plus 5. So what's happening, result variable is used in the calculation, right? So now what is the logic you have to write?
Sum plus and
See, where are this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
I.
I.
So what we have to add?
Sum plus I.
It's I.
I.
Where n came from? Now, whether this logic is correct or not, I want to check. What do you have to do? Just simply substitute. This is the major advantage. Let's do that substitution step by step. Okay? How it turns out. Let's say n is 5. I is 1, sum is 0. These are the values, right?
Yes.
Next. While, what is that I value? 1. 1 less than or equal to 5. What will be the I value printed here? 1 will be printed, right?
Yeah.
So here 1 will be printed. What is sum value? Sum equals to, sum is 0 plus 1. Sum value is 1, right?
Mm.
Yes.
What is I plus plus? I equals to I plus 1.
2.
I equals to 1 plus 1. And I equals to 2. This entire steps you need to follow, right?
Yes.
So substitution, in a sense, don't jump to the conclusion. If you jump to the conclusion, you miss one step and the entire program will go wrong. Okay. So what are the changes we have done here? That I value got changed to 2 and some value changed to 1, right?
Yeah.
So this 2 less than or equal to 5, true, 2 is getting printed. Then what happens? 0 is not required because some value is 1 and I value is 2, right?
Mm.
What is some value? 3.
3.
What is that I value? 2. 2 plus
2.
1, what is that I value now?
3.
Right?
Okay.
Slowly complete all the steps. You should have some patience for this, right? I is 3 and sum is 3.
1. 3.
Now 3 less than or equals to 5. True or false?
True or false?
3 is less than 5 or not?
False.
It's true.
3 is less than 5, right? It's not greater.
Yeah.
True.
True. True.
Yeah.
So what is it? Some value 6, right?
Yeah.
So
3 plus 1.
3 plus 1. What is that I value? 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I value is 4, some value is 6, and 4 less than or equals to 5. True or false?
True.
So 6 plus 4, how much?
10.
And 4 plus 1 is how much?
5.
5.
Right. Now, what is the requirement now? We need to have that I value as 5.
5.
N value is same, N value doesn't change, right? So I value is 5,
5.
some value
Minus
10.
10.
5 less than or equals to 5. True or false?
True.
True or false?
True.
True.
Yeah. So 10 plus 5, how much?
15.
So 5
5
plus
plus
6, right?
Yes.
The loop will run again or not?
right.
No.
This 5,
It will check, but it will not run.
yeah, it will check. That is the correct answer. It will check like 6 less than or equals to 5. True or false?
False.
False.
False. Okay.
So when it is false, what will happen?
It won't.
Outside the loop.
It
It's
will come
we-
outside the
It
loop.
will stop. Yeah.
So how much is the sum value? 15. So the logic we have written is correct or wrong?
It's correct.
Right.
So how many steps I have followed? These many steps. Okay. Remember, if you
Yes.
take any logic, substitute like this. If it is 20 times also, patiently write the entire steps, and any logic you will understand clearly. But most of us, what we do, because of our laziness, we don't type all these things. We just skip the part like I plus plus, directly we'll write it too. Somewhere it will gone wrong, it will go wrong, and the entire logic you will miss. For the basic part, as I said, have some patience and type entire thing clearly. Okay.
Okay.
So now let's write a program for this, whether this gives the correct output or not. So one way to know all those things are correct or not, the substitution part. This is we have done in the 6th class max, right? Like a plus b whole square. What, like 4x plus 5y, a is 4 and b is 5, we substitute it. That's it, right?
Yeah.
The same thing we are doing here, just sum. I less than or equals to n, system dot out dot println. What do you have to do? We have to print I. So I equals to plus I. Or if you don't want that I equals to, you can directly print the I.
Just
Sum equals to sum plus I. Anything else we have to write or not? Anything we are missing, or shall I execute?
Nothing.
you can execute.
If I ask some question, there is something, that's the reason why I ask it. How many times I will tell you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where is sum?
That's
Yeah.
Why the sum value is not getting printed?
System dot out println.
Yeah, we didn't print it. That's the reason it's not getting
it's
printed.
not.
So where you have to print? Inside the loop or outside the loop?
Outside the loop. If we want every time, then inside the loop. But we want to do this whole sum, then outside the loop.
So what's our requirement? Only one time or all the times?
Just one time, so outside the loop.
What happens if I print inside the loop?
It will show every time.
Like sum equals to plus sum. If you run this thing, what will happen? See, sum equals to 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, right? The same thing we got here, 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, right?
Yes.
So if we print inside, it's printing every time, but I want it only once, right? So we need to print it outside. So these things, yeah, sum equals to 15. Is it correct or wrong?
Yeah. Right.
Yes.
So we got it from the substitution itself, right?
Yes.
So this is a better way to understand the logics for the beginners. Next. Now the next question is, you know factorial, how the factorial is calculated?
Mm.
Yes.
So what is the factorial of 5? How we calculate?
5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1.
5 into
4 into 3 2 into
1. What will be the factor value?
120.
Yeah, 120. We can write this logic in 2 different ways, right?
Yeah.
So what are the 2 different ways you can say? 1 to 5
Uh,
calculate. See, if I calculate 1 to 5
yeah.
or 5 to 1, we get the same output, right? 5 to 1 also it's 20 and 1 to 5 also it's 120.
Yeah.
So which way shall we do first? Let me know.
We can do from this 5 into 4 like that.
Tell me the logic. What are the things required?
We'll use while loop for this.
First,
And
variables. How many variables are there?
n is equal to 5 and I is equal to 1. Or we can take 5 also.
If 5 to 1 in the sense, I is changing or 1 is changing?
I will be 5 in that case.
Already n is 5, right? Then why I is required? Is it mandatory that every program should have I?
So then how we will take the value of I here?
Who said I is required?
Okay.
Is
Yeah.
right. Is
Can
it?
use anything.
Right. We don't get right. Mhm.
Yeah. See the requirement. Don't see that assumptions. That's what I said, right? That assumption that I is required. Who said I is required? No, right?
Um,
5 is becoming 4. How to make 5 as 4?
n minus minus.
Then that's it. What is the other variable we required? Factorial.
Yes.
Fact is what? 0 or 1?
Fact will be 1.
1.
Why 1?
No, it's 0.
Okay. So 0 into something is what?
0.
No, that's no.
Yeah,
One.
that's the reason I said 1.
No, 0 is a allocate place. There is nothing is in the variable fact.
No, but fact is equal to, we'll
No,
put
that
n
is
into n,
value,
right?
no?
So
We just store the value.
yeah. So if you put initially 0, it will become 0.
Yeah,
Yeah.
0 into something is 0, right? So is it 0 to keep or 1 to keep?
1.
1.
Now what's the logic? Why?
Um,
The requirement is there, 5. Till 1 it has to go. So what is the logic we write? That's it, right?
N is less than or equal to
less than
1.
2, 1.
Think and answer. See, I'm not asking a difficult question. Is that n5 less than or equal to 1? 5 less than or equals to 1, true or false?
Oh.
False.
False.
So what do you have to write?
N is less than equal to n.
Why it should be less than only? Who said it should be every time less than?
Yeah, we can
No,
do
it's
greater
equal
than.
to, we can.
Can be greater than also.
See, I need 5 to 1. So why will you change that 1 to 5? Because you have written less than, that's the reason you want to change the whole equation. Here the requirement is 5 to 1. So we'll write the condition to 5 to 1 only. But is it less than or greater than?
Greater than.
Greater than.
If the condition doesn't satisfy, you'll change the value, or the condition you will change,
Condition.
not the value, right?
Mm.
5 to 1. See the requirement. Understand the requirement. Now, what is the fact value? What is the fact equation?
N into n minus 1.
See, here 5 is there. 5 into 4.
Yeah, so n into n minus
N into n minus.
N minus 1. What is n value?
5.
5.
5.
So 5 into, what is that? 5.
We'll
25,
put
right?
in bracket.
Yeah, okay, if we put in bracket also, 5 into 5 minus 1, 4. 5 into 4 is 20, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So n value will be 20 now. So 20 into 20 minus 1, 19. 20 19 is going way far, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it the correct logic?
No.
See, you can substitute and check whether the logic is correct or not, right? Now, what do you have to do? Just now we have seen logic, right? Result variable is used in calculation.
Mm.
So what do you have to write here?
Minus minus n.
1, 2, 5.
5 into 4.
Fact is equals to fact into 1.
1 in the sense every time it will be 1 itself, right? 5 into 1, 4 into 1, 3 into 1, 2 into 1, 1 into 1, 1, right?
Fact into n.
Yeah, fact into n. 5 into 1 into 5, 5. Then again, what do you have to do? N minus minus or n plus plus?
Yeah, n minus 1.
Minus.
So now let's check the values, like fact equals to 1 into n. 1 into 5, right?
Mm.
So then again, n minus minus in the sense 4.
4.
Yeah.
5 into
4.
4. And what will be that fact value then? 20, right? 20
20.
into 3, how much?
60.
60 into 2, how much?
120.
120 into 1?
120.
Fact 120 is coming, right?
Mm.
Anything into 1 is anything itself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Correct or wrong?
correct.
Right, this is one thing. Now tell me the logic for 1 to 5 multiplication.
I mean, we can put here n is equal to, sorry, n plus plus.
On the condition you have to check, right? See, previously you have done 1 to 5 addition, right?
Okay. So here we'll keep n is equal to 1.
And 1 n plus plus.
N equals to
1.
1.
where we have to change here, just let me know.
In the sum is equals to sum plus 1. There it should be sum into I.
So here, what is that? Sum equals to
1.
1.
1. That's it, right?
Yes.
So what I have done here, just written the sum to factorial. And if I execute, what I got 120 or not?
Yes.
So this is a name. Machine does not understand the name. Machine understands the value, right?
Yeah.
This is for our understanding, we write. So if instead of sum, we can write fact. Correct?
Mm.
Yes or no?
Yes.
So previous value, previous condition where it was plus, I changed it to into.
Into.
And where it was 0, I changed it to 1. That's it, right?
Mm.
Any doubts in this program?
No, sir.
But the other logic which we wrote, that is better, right? Because there is only 2 variables are used and here 3 variables are used.
Obviously. See, that's what I'm saying is that every equation can be written in different ways. There is no single way. In that, you need to select the better way, right? The thing what we have done, you execute this code and check it out. Okay. Next. Now what I want to do is multiplication. Let's say I want to find the multiplication table. This is an assignment for you. You understood how to write the programs, right? So if
Yeah.
n is 5, n can be anything, I'm just taking it as 5. 5 into 1 equals to 5. 5 into 2 equals to 10. Like this, it should print the table 5 into 10 equals to 50. Understood? Whatever the n value I give, for that entire table must be displayed. If I say 16, 16 ones are, 16 twos are, like that, entire table it has to display. Understood?
Yes.
Okay.
This is the assignment. You need to try. Next. You have done the operators division and percentile, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So this assignment is clear. Any doubts in this thing?
No, I think we
Whatever
can
the
do.
number we give, for that table should be displayed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just give me a second, I'm getting a call.
Mhm.
Yeah. So the next question would be, suppose I'm taking some digits. What is the n value? 123, right? Now, I want 1 plus 2 plus 3. What is the sum? You break the digits and add them. Understood the requirement.
5, 6.
Mm.
So what is that sum value now? 6, right?
6, yeah.
How to break the digits? Simple thing. Integer divided by integer. What will be the output?
Integer.
Correct. Integer divided by integer, it will be integer itself, right?
Yeah.
If I do the division of n with 10, what will be the coefficient? What will be the remainder?
Remainder will be 3. The coefficient will be 12.
Yes. Others not at all answering. I guess their max is very weak, right? You don't know the remainder and coefficient also, right? That is a percentile. This is a coefficient. How we get it? We get it with the division symbol. So from 1 to 3, we have separated the 1, 2 and the 3, right?
Mhm.
Next, 10 divided by 12, what will be the remainder? What will be the coefficient?
One is the
One,
percent,
two.
2 is the remainder.
Yeah, 1 is the coefficient and the two
Two.
remainder. So we have separated the 1 and 2 also, right?
Yeah.
Now 3 plus 2 is 5. Next, 10 divided by 1, is it possible?
No.
Because point is not possible, right?
Mhm.
So what is the coefficient and what is the remainder?
Remainder 1. Coefficient 0.
Yeah, remainder 1, coefficient 0. So 3 plus 2 plus 1 is 6 or not?
Yes.
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 3 plus 2 plus 1, that is 6, right?
Mhm.
So now for this we need to write the logic. First you need to add sum equals to that 1 plus 2 plus 3. So 3 plus 2 plus 1 we can do. Then you need to find the coefficient. You need to find the remainder. So first we require the remainder or the coefficient.
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 First what is required? We need to add or we need to have that coefficient.
Remainder.
See the requirement, right? Is it that I
Remainder.
want the remainder, right? First 3 plus 2 plus 1 is required, then the coefficient is required, right?
Yes, yes.
It's not a rapid round, right? You need to send the set, say the answer first and you get a prize. Am I giving a prize if you tell fast? Think and tell. That n is 123, sum is 0, remainder is there. Now what is that while condition? N. What is the n value? 123. Till what it has to be executed? What should be the condition?
Still remainder 1. So n divided by 10 is equals to 1.
N. What is it?
Still n is equals to 1.
See, n is till 0, we need to execute, right?
We need to execute till n equals to 0. It will not go. It will not go till 0.
Yeah, so what we have to do, what is the condition? N is there till 0. So what should we write in between the condition?
Greater than 0.
Yeah, greater than 0. Because till if it's 0, it should come out of the loop, right?
Yeah.
So n greater than 0. Now that's the reason no equality is given here now. Okay. Understood. The next step, what you have to do? Is it the remainder? Is it the coefficient?
Reminder.
So remainder equals to,
And divide by 10.
is it percentile or is it division?
H module. Module. And module.
Percentile.
N percentile 10.
Modulus.
Next. N, it should be changed, right?
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So we can find a sum, like sum plus remainder, right? Sum is 0 and 0
Yes.
plus 3. Now n equals to n by 10. Because n value is 123, we need to change it to 12. Correct?
Yes.
Now whether this value or the equation is correct or not, how to know? Substitute.
Substitute, yeah.
N is 123, sum is 0, remainder is that sum is 0. These two things are sufficient. Okay? Or we'll take x or some, anything is fine. So while n greater than, in the sense 123 greater than 0, true or false?
True.
True.
Correct. So now, what we have to do, remainder equals to 123 percentile 10. What is the remainder value?
3.
Sum equals to 0 plus 3. What is the sum value?
3.
N equals to 123 by 10. What is the n value?
12.
So now, after this, what we do here, we take that n value as 12 and sum value as 3, right?
Hmm.
120, 12 greater than 0, 2. 12 percentile 10. What is the remainder?
2.
2.
So 3 plus 2, how much?
5.
And 12 by 10, how much?
1.
1.
1. 1 is the n value, right?
And
Hmm.
So 1 greater than 0, true or false?
true.
So 1 percentile 10, what is the remainder?
1.
1.
And 5 plus 1, how much is that value?
6.
6.
So 1 by 10, what is that output?
0.
So now n is 0 and sum is 6. So while 0 greater than 0, true or false?
False.
False.
So we got the result as 6, right?
Hmm.
That is the required output, right? Whatever the digit we give, number we give, we bring it
Yeah.
and we add it. Okay?
Yes.
So when you substitute, it will be easier for you to understand the logic, whether it's correct or wrong. If you are doing any mistake, you can correct it. Right?
Yeah.
Let's write a program for this. What we have to do. So everyone is following, right? Any doubts?
No.
No, sir.
No, no.
Initially only need to think that logic, like it will break like that.
Yeah, substitution, I think once we substitute the values, then it will be clear.
So So n is 123, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you substitute, you take the logics from the Google, substitute them, try it out, then you can see the remaining things. So while n greater than 0, we do a reminder equals to n percentile 10 and sum equals to sum plus reminder, n equals to n by 10. So sum should be printed inside the loop or outside the loop?
Inside loop.
We should print the sum value inside the loop or outside the loop?
Sir, outside.
Right.
Outside.
Then why the answer is late? You're not understanding or it's too difficult, the 6th class maths? You're just adding and dividing. I'm not writing any formula right here. Simple maths, because these are the only things we use. Sum is 6. If I take it as like say 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, what is that? 14. So 5 plus 4, 9, 11, 4, 3, 14. So any digits you take, it is adding, right? All the digits.
Mm.
So you can do these programs again. Let's say if I give 153, n is 153. 1 cube is how much? 1, right?
Yes, sir.
5 cube
Yeah.
is how much?
125.
3 cube is how much?
27.
How much?
27.
27.
27. What is the sum then?
26 plus 27 is
153.
153.
The input and the sum is same, right?
Yeah.
These are known as Armstrong numbers. Okay. So you need to do this as an assignment again.
So for this number only or for other number?
See, any number you take, you should come right. Same output comes from 153 and 407 only in the 1000. Only for the two numbers we get it. Apart from that, any number it won't get, it won't come. Okay.
Okay.
Right then.
Thank you.
So try to analyze. You are way better than yesterday. I thought no one will understand today's session, but everyone did. You practice, then it will be more clear.